You're watching Learn English Through Stories. Let's dive in.
They were best friends, at least that's what everyone thought. And for a while it was true. Their names were Sarah and Layla, and they did everything together. In the morning, they waited for each other at the school gate. In class, they always shared a desk. At lunch, they split snacks, laughed at silly jokes, and whispered things no one else would understand. Their notebooks were filled with tiny doodles and secret notes. Their phones had hundreds of shared photos of clouds, cats, shoes, silly faces. Sarah trusted Layla with everything. Her thoughts, her fears, her dreams. And Layla? She seemed to care just as much. She gave Sarah her scarf when she was cold. She waited with her on rainy days. She defended her when others talked behind her back. They were close. So close, it felt like nothing could break them. But sometimes, things don't break loudly. They just change. It started slowly. Layla began sitting with other girls during lunch. Sarah didn't mind at first. Everyone makes new friends. But the replies to her messages became shorter. Sometimes, there were no replies at all. Sarah noticed that Layla walked faster between classes. She laughed louder, but not with her. And then came the whispers. Sarah would walk into a classroom and feel eyes glance away. She'd hear quick giggles, then silence. One afternoon, as she turned a hallway corner, she heard her name. Layla was standing with two girls from another class. She laughed at something Sarah didn't hear, and turned away without saying a word. That night, Sarah couldn't sleep. She kept thinking, did I do something wrong? The next day, she found the courage to ask, Layla, is something wrong? She asked quietly. Are we okay? Layla looked at her and smiled, but the smile was different. It wasn't warm, it wasn't kind. It felt practiced. Nothing's wrong, Layla said, but people grow, you know? That's all she said. People grow. A few days later, Sarah heard more. A girl from another class came to her with a concerned look. She said Layla had told people that Sarah was too emotional, that she cried too easily, that she copied homework and was jealous of Layla's new friends. Sarah's heart sank. She had shared her secrets with Layla, trusted her completely. And now, those secrets were used as gossip. Sarah didn't fight back. She didn't yell or send angry messages. She just stopped writing notes, stopped waiting at the gate, stopped pretending everything was fine. She sat alone, a lot. And yes, she cried, in the bathroom, in the library, in the quiet places where no one could hear her. She started to believe that maybe friendship wasn't real. Maybe she wasn't good enough to be anyone's best friend. Then, one afternoon, something small happened. Sarah was reading under a tree during recess, trying to disappear into a book. A girl from another class walked over. Her name was Hannah. She smiled and said, I like your drawing. Your notebook covers are always so creative. Sarah looked up, surprised. No one had said something kind in weeks. They talked, just a little, about books, about cats, about pizza. It wasn't deep. It wasn't magical. But it was easy. Days passed. Then, weeks. Hannah started sitting next to Sarah in art class. She never asked too many questions. She never pushed. She just stayed. And slowly Sarah stopped crying. She started smiling again, drawing again, looking forward to recess, even just a little. They weren't best friends, not yet, but there was trust, and kindness, and peace. And that was enough. Layla still walked past her in the hallway sometimes. Sometimes she smiled, sometimes she didn't. Sarah didn't feel angry anymore, not really, just done. She no longer wondered what she did wrong. She no longer hoped for an apology. She realized something important. Friendship isn't about who laughs with you the loudest. It's about who listens when no one else does. Who keeps your secrets like treasure. Who doesn't leave when things get quiet. Sarah never got her old friendship back. But she got something better. A slower friendship. A kinder one. One without gossip or games. And she learned that even when someone breaks your trust, it doesn't mean the world is broken. Sometimes, it's just a chance to build something stronger.
Want more stories? Hit like, subscribe, and share this video with a friend. You're watching Learn English Through Stories. See you in the next one.